Alright, hello everyone and welcome to episode 40 of Zero to Hero. We are of course now playing for Blackburn Rovers in the Sky Bet Championship, and in the last episode, episode 39, we left things off where we were 16th in the championship. So up next, as you can see, we were at Portman Road. We had to go down south to play Ipswich. The weather wasn't great. And the way we conceded this first goal wasn't great either. It was Lancaster who made it 1-0 for Ipswich, who have, of course, in real life been relegated to League One. I am recording this on the 3rd of August, roughly around 7 PM. So the Football League has begun. Football is back. Normality has resumed, with Blackburn Rovers losing to a newly promoted team in the first game of the season at home. I'm not quite sure how Ipswich have got on in real life, with obviously ex-Blackburn Rovers manager Paul Lambert and ex-Norwich City manager, obviously in charge of Ipswich. Anyways, let's actually focus on what's going on in this video rather than focus on real football, shall we? Anyways, I had a chance on goal here. Yeah, I've initially played the ball out wide. It was a bit of a 1-2 as I made that run into the box from deep. 43rd minute, cross came into the box from a corner. It was headed over the bar, I think, by Tikhonov. And then just before the half-time break, I was played in. Phenomenal ball by Bradley Dack. And then I couldn't believe what happened. Yeah, it was a fantastic pass from Dack. I kind of played it in off the outside of my foot. And then it bounced back out off the post. And then I still got a shot on target. And then the goalkeeper still saved it. Like, I could not believe that was happening. 74th minute. Another chance from outside the box, got deflected out, and I couldn't quite believe at this point that A, I hadn't scored earlier on, and B, that we were 1-0 down, because we were completely dominating this game. Bar the goal that you guys saw, we were all over Ipswich. Another chance there, I think it was for Brereton, and that was practically the last kick of the game. I was 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and yeah, I somehow hit the post. So we had some points in the last episode where I was extremely unlucky, and unfortunately that luck hasn't exactly turned a new page, to say the least, and as a result we are sinking and diving in this championship table. We're in 18th place now, which is far, far away from the top 6 we obviously came into the season aiming for, but surely our bad luck had to turn around eventually. If you've ever supported a team in the championship, you know that it's a very, very long season, and anything can really happen. So, next up, Ewood Park at home against Middlesbrough. First big chance of the game fell to Harrison Reed, went wide with a shot from outside the box. Then good interception from me, managed to shoot from distance as well, but it went agonisingly over the bar. Adam Armstrong threw ball to myself as I pull off a shot from the left-hand side after cutting inside. It was a really well-weighted pass, and I did okay to hold off the strength of the defender, but that bad luck continued, and I still could not hit the target. Threw ball down the right-hand side. Adam Armstrong one-on-one with, I think he's called Rudolph or Randolph. I really can't remember. He saved that chance. Myself and Amari Bell tried to recreate something else. We couldn't, but we kept coming. The game was practically all of us. It was there for the taking. Middlesbrough hadn't created anything. All the chances were Blackburn Rovers chances. I'm 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper, and I still figure out a way not to score. Nice ball there towards Adam Armstrong, who finds Joe Rothwell, also 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper, also saved, and also points dropped. A 5.0 rating for me, probably because I had that 1-versus-1 chance. Banguera's their goalkeeper. I was trying to think of Darren Randolph, I think, who's actually their goalkeeper in real life. But yeah, he's irrelevant. We drew another game. I mean, Middlesbrough are a good side, but we probably shouldn't have drawn that game with the number of chances we've had. And it's the same tale, the same story of our season. We played well as a whole. I'm not quite sure why Travis aimed for the back post there when he should have just given it to Dack and we'd have been 1-0 up. As you can tell, I was dropped for this game, but we continue to play well, which is what we've done all season. We've just been very, very unfortunate in the final third, and it just feels like if we have one too many more games in this series of unfortunate, unlucky games, then we might find ourselves genuinely in the relegation zone, undeservedly. by Christmas. And you know what they say in the Championship? If you're in that bottom 3 at Christmas, you're probably going down. It's very, very different to our top 6 ambitions that we had obviously coming into this season, but it is what it is. And our dominance in this game at home against Bristol City all went to poo when I think it's pronounced Didu. I'm not sure, Didu. We'll just call him Didu or say Doo-Doo since we reference poo anyways. David Raya really should have done better to obviously protect his near post. But ultimately, it was that close of a shot to the goal. It had so much power, so much precision behind it. It was always going to be a difficult one to save. Good defending from myself. I have a knack of being in the right place at the right time and getting on top of the interception charts. I knew that Adam Armstrong or Brereton, I can't remember who, had the pace to run over the top. It was Brereton. So I played that through ball over the top of the centre-back. It's always a gamble like this, especially from the camera angle that I play the game on. A, to make sure that I'm playing the pass with the right speed to ensure the striker beats the offside trap. And B, to make sure the pass is being played correctly in the first place. But it meant we got an equaliser, and it also meant that I got another assist to my name. Now, I'm nowhere near kind of like the top 5 assisters in the league as things currently stand, but every little helps. But conceding goals certainly doesn't. It was the same goal scorer, Didu, same old crappy, rubbish defending. The same old rubbish defending that we still have at the moment, losing 2-1 to Charlton. And yeah, it put us 2-1 down against Bristol in this case. 1-2 between myself and Brereton. Bradley Dack at point blank range with his left foot put the ball wide. That's another phenomenal example of why everything is going against us so far this season. And, you know, I came to Blackburn Rovers because it's the team I support, because I wanted to do well in my Zero to Hero with the team that I love and maybe at least push for a playoff spot. But how catastrophic would it be if this season continues like this and, you know, I end up fighting a relegation battle with them? I don't think I'd be able to handle it, to be honest. I mean, I get frustrated most of the time playing. I think what frustrates me the most is the fact that the AI, like, we're about 4 years into the future here, and the team is practically the same. And the same applies for a lot of the AI teams as well. So you see Webster, that obviously joined Brighton in real life. They're still plays for Bristol. I mean, the Bristol team is practically the same as the Bristol team in real life as well. So it's a shame that AI transfers don't really seem to be happening amongst these teams. But yeah, back to the subject at hand. We're now 21st, which is not good at all. And at this point, we're not even thinking about the top 6. We just need to get a win. We just need to try and create a gap between us and those teams that are in the bottom 3. I had another chance on goal here. It's 2 minutes in. It was a very good save from the QPR goalkeeper. Honestly, like, if I got a quid for every chance I probably had so far this season, I'd be a millionaire. But, you know, if I got a quid for every chance I had this season and didn't fluff up, I'd be broke. And that is why I'm broke at the moment, and I'm not getting that goal bonus. So not much happened this game, which is why we've skipped all the way towards the 74th minute, bar that chance that I had in the second minute. But all it took was one lousy moment of, you know, crappy defending for Shodipo, who'd came fresh off the bench to beat the offside trap. Beat Joe Grayson, son, of course, of Blackpool manager Simon Grayson. And you can just see here from the replay how soft of a goal it was to concede. I'm not sure what Dara Lenihan was doing there, because, like, Shapido was his man, or Shodipo, and I don't know, he just let him run past him. So another average 6.5 rating for me. There's only so much I can individually do, and it happened. We finally dropped into the relegation spot in 22nd. And, you know, it didn't look like things were going to get any better. We travelled up north. Why, aye, man? Away the lads to the northeast. That's my terrible Geordie accent. Yeah, to St James's Park to play against Newcastle. Now, the only kind of decent omen I had about this was that the season we genuinely got relegated 2 or 3 seasons ago from the Championship under Owen Coyle's management. We were dreadful, but the team we did get the double over was the team that won the league that season, who was Newcastle. So, yeah, I was hoping that would give us a little bit of luck. And Ben Brereton heading home my cross maybe suggested that some of that luck was going to come to fruition. And you can tell we weren't getting too overly excited because Newcastle are still one of the best teams in this division. But I was obviously delighted to get an assist an awesome stadium like St James's Park, but a very important assist for the team that I support as well. A good interception from me. I forget how to talk. It's that Geordie accent, you see. It's completely put me off my normal voice. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now. Anyways, Bradley Dack made it 2-0. That's all that counts. And it was a wonderful assist, a wonderful pass from Ben Brereton. Chipped over the top. Bradley Dack, he's not really been getting in on the goals recently, and he's a player we really need to start getting involved. He beat Dubravka, but my gut feeling tells me he didn't actually beat the offside trap, but the linesman decided to give it us anyways. So 80th minute, still no sign of a Newcastle United resurgence. I'm still on the pitch. I'm playing Ben Brereton, who shoots on goal. It's saved by Dubravka though. 81st minute, we have a corner, and I think that was Lewis Travis that met it at the front post. Delivered in by Ben Brereton, went just over the bar. 92nd minute, I am back doing a bit of defending, but the header there from Dwight Gale wasn't enough to give the Toon at least a consolation. I got an 8.5 rating, which is awesome against a newly relegated team like Newcastle. But of course, man of the match went to the goal scorer in Ben Brereton. And, you know, we got an awesome win there away from home. Potentially the most difficult place you could go in the Championship's current state. So we needed to build on that despite some of the crappy results that we've seen so far. 7 minutes in, Derby with the likes of Harry Wilson and Mason Mount, and of course Tom Lawrence, who scored this goal. We're up against us at Ewood Park, a very, very, very good side. If you're wondering why Mason Mount plays for Derby, it is of course because loans don't really exist in PES, which is very unrealistic, but it is what it is. Fortunately for us, though, that Tom Lawrence, who did actually have a year loan spell at Blackburn Rovers once upon a time under Gary Boyer, his goal was offside, but Bradley Dack's wasn't, which meant that Bradley Dack, I said he needed to get involved more with the goal sheet, and yeah, it was a lovely pass over the top. Kind of poor defending, but he was never going to miss from there. 2 consecutive games, 2 consecutive goals for Bradley Dack. Reed had a shot from the edge of the box which went just wide, and just before half time we mounted yet another attack. Tried to link up with Amari Bell down the left hand side, made my way into the box, and bada bing bada boom, see ya later. Me and Bradley Dack, great duo up front. It was a wonderful back heel from him to get the ball to me in the first place. And it was an awesome finish from me, and to be fully honest, it's not often that I'm able to actually finish from an acute angle on my weaker left foot like that. So to be 2-0 up against a team like Derby after beating Newcastle, we were buzzing. Until Bradley Dack, who'd had a good game up until this point, decided to bring down Harry Wilson in the box, and as a result, Mason Mount missed his penalty. So we still kept that 2-0 lead, which was good, but it didn't last long because that's how football works. It was Jack Marriott who came off the bench to slot one back home, and obviously Derby were mounting a comeback. You see what I did there? Because I've got Mason Mount, so they were mounting a comeback. I'm a genius, really, aren't I? And so was this guy who made it 2-2 for the Rams. So yeah, Marriott once again. He came off the bench and he's taken us by storm. So what was looking like a comfortable 2-0 lead was suddenly looking really, really worrying. Even though a point, you know, if you'd offered us a point going into this game, we probably would have taken it. And we came close to actually stealing all 3. I decided to make a short run towards a corner. It sort of potentially almost paid off, and then I decided, you know what? I am going to make it pay off. And there we go. It was an interesting move. I decided to bow down in front of the Blackburn end, in front of the home fans. It was basically a last-second goal. It was a nice 1-2 between Armstrong and myself. Bradley Dack obviously knew I was kind of coming, otherwise he probably would have scored that anyways. I'd called for the pass when Armstrong picked the ball up for it to be a 1-2. And he played it into Dack, but fortunately it still stuck on and Dack played it to me. So 2 goals for myself, and I've decided to take matters into my own hands. I finally get a man of the match, and 2 consecutive wins against 2 amazing sides, you know, relative to this league. in the form of Newcastle United and Derby County saw us creep slightly out of the relegation zone, create a bit of a barrier between, like a 6-point barrier in this case, between us and Hull City. We're 17th, but if you actually analyse like the top half, we're only like 6 points off the top half of the table. So there's still potential there. I finished in Team of the Month for November, but apparently I got injured. PES conveniently decided to injure me in training when things were going well. We did, however, keep up our good form by beating the Knobenders 1-0, and then we got a respectable draw away from home against newly relegated Cardiff. So it wasn't quite enough to push us into the top 16. We were 17th, but 6th place are Reading on 27 points, and we're on 19. So it just really goes to show that it's still very early days in the Championship, and there's still a lot of football to be played. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's going to be a long, hard season. Where do you think we'll finish? Let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.